When it comes to approximating or estimating the area of a triangle, sometimes the easiest ones are when it comes to approximating the area of a right angle triangle. Okay, now a quick recap: if you can't remember, a right angle triangle always has one corner or one angle that is always 90 degrees, hence why it's called a right angle triangle. Now, when you're trying to find the area of this right angle triangle, remember the area is what we describe as the space inside the triangle. We need to find that area. So how can we do that? Well, the easiest way to find the area of a triangle is to count the number of squares inside the triangle. So let's have a look, shall we? Now, it's very important that you annotate which squares you're counting, and that way you won't accidentally count the same square twice. So I'm going to use some marks. Watch this. So let's count the full squares first. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So far we've got 6 whole squares, okay? Each square is roughly a centimeter, so at the moment we've got 6 centimeters. Alright, now how do we count the ones that aren't a full square? Well, if you look very closely, what you'll notice is actually each one of these is half of a square. So if we put this half together with this half, we'll have one whole square. And if we put this half together with this half, we'll have 2 whole squares. So let's count them up, shall we? So we've got half and a half, so we've got 1. Half and a half, and we've got another 1. So we've got 2 there, so we've actually got 8 centimeters. Remember, because we're doing area, it is 8 centimeter squared. Okay, and that's how you can approximate the area of a right angle triangle. Now we say approximate because this is a very inaccurate way of finding the area of a right angle triangle, because sometimes these parts here won't be exactly half a square. So we're approximating. We're giving it a very good guess. We're giving a very good estimate as to what the area of this triangle could be. Another way to approximate the area of a right angle triangle is to take that right angle triangle and duplicate it, so it's got the same dimensions as the original triangle. So what I'll do here is we'll just copy and paste this original triangle. Okay, so now we've got 2 of the exact same right angle triangles, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this one to match this. So I'm going to flip this one. Okay, so you can see I flipped the other right angle triangle so it fits perfectly against the original, and we've made a square or rectangle. Okay, now if we take this and place it back into our grid that we had earlier. So here you go, we've placed that same shape back into our grid, and now we can actually count all the squares inside. So let's have a look. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember to mark which squares you counted. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So the area of that square rectangle is 16 centimeters squared. Now don't forget what we said before. Right angle triangle is actually half of a rectangle. So what we need to do then is simply half 16. So if you remember, 16 divided by 2 would actually give us 8 centimeters squared. So what we've found is the area, the approximate area of the triangle. So just a quick review. Remember, 1, count the squares in the right angle triangle. 2, please remember to mark which squares you've already counted so you don't count the same squares twice. 3, estimate how many half squares you have. Okay, and then finally 4, add up those total number of squares to find the area. So you got to put those half squares together to make one square, remember, and then add them all together to find the complete area of the right angle triangle. Remember, this is not an exact way to find the area, this is an approximate way to find the area.